All right, Shalom. What is the spirit? Because people like to say what the spirit is, being spiritual beings, chakras, planets, and your chi and all this Reiki crap, right? You would think to be being spiritual, but what is truly spiritual? According to the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now, before we go into it, I'm going to give all honor, praise, and glory. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Wahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth across the four corners of the earth where we have been scattered to, and to the rest of the believers out there, Israelites, right? Men, women, children of the so-called blacks, African Americans, Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Latinas, West Indians, and Native American Indians. To you, I say peace and blessings as well. All right, so as I was saying, people think all these different things is being spiritual, and these are a lot of different things you learn in the world. So we're going to just rebuke that real quick by getting this scripture right here. This is First Corinthians, I'm going to get 3:19. It says, for the wisdom, I'm going to start at 18. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High, with the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. You see? Again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise. Remember, the wise are foolish, right? And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. You see what I'm saying? So these people, they do things to no avail. You got people who've been practicing all these different type of things forever, and it's foolishness with the Most High. Because you want to know why? It's not truly being spiritual. Right? They think their understanding of being spiritual. They think their understanding of being spiritual is correct, and it's not. And these are people who are of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right out here. But they haven't turned, and they're actually Israelites. But they haven't turned back to their true heritage. So they will be people of the world, right? They will be successful people of the world, if they aren't lucky. You know what I'm saying? Because I won't say if they're lucky, but if they aren't lucky. So that's the reality of the matter, So real quick, people you may know that you thought, or things you may know to be spiritual, is you're gonna see what's truly spiritual according to the Most High, because whatever man determines it to be, right, is off. You see what I'm saying? It's foolishness. So if you want to be spiritual from this point on, let's listen to the words, all right? So this is 1 Corinthians 2, and I'm going to start at 10. It says, but the most high, I'm going to start at 9. It says, but as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, have prepared for them that love him. So that's ultimately going into the kingdom of heaven. And it's the things of the kingdom of heaven, in which people like to get into the planets. People like to get into all these different meaty topics that do have some origin of truth to them. If I'm saying that right. But ultimately, they don't understand it, so it's all tainted anyway, because it's not something you're supposed to be dealing with on this side. You see what I'm saying? Those are things that haven't been revealed. People trying to deal with the secret things of the Most High, and think they're being spiritual. This is Deuteronomy 29:29. The secret things belong unto the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, our power, that Salakia, but those things which are revealed belong unto us, you see, and to our children forever. So there's certain things, if it hasn't been revealed, you're not even supposed to be trying to deal with and go into. You see what I'm saying? It says, the secret things belong unto the Lord our God, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, our God, our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. You see, so only what he wants us to know about is what he revealed. If he doesn't, he don't want you to know about it, man. So it's that simple. It says, and we're gonna just trust in that. This is 1 Corinthians 1:5, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God. That it will come a time where certain things you want to get into, he said it will be revealed in due time. You see what I'm saying? There's certain things that haven't entered into the heart of man, certain understandings, right? Which is a part of being spiritual. We're gonna get in just a second. It hasn't even dealing with things that you see exist, but no one really understands it. You see what I'm saying? Like how deep numbers truly go, and different things like this, man. You know what I'm saying? And really, I don't even want to go that far. But we understand in faith, by the faith, right? By what's promised to us in this book that we're waiting on, right? Which is why faith is required in order to deal with it. He's going to reveal it to us. You see what I'm saying? Once that time comes, but now is not the time. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things that God, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, had prepared for them that love him. So it's certain things, those secret things are things that's prepared for us. That's going to be revealed in due time. But now is not the time, and most of those things are highly spiritual things, man. You see? It's like no one can tell you what the new body's going to look like. That's impossible. You see? But God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, hath revealed them unto us by his spirit. So it's certain things the world don't know about that they try to get inclination on, but they can't get it unless they come into this book. Like, say it's something out there that's a secret, right? It's not really common sense out there. But you got people in the world who believe they spiritual, and they have their way about going into it or going about it. You see what I'm saying? Which would be centering yourself, tapping into the spirit and all this crap. Well, that's true. You see what I'm saying? Because they understand that the world is really carnal, and you need to yoga and all this, whatever. However, right? They find a way to try to balance, even themselves out. Get meditate and calm themselves down. All those things is true, right? And aren't really common sense among everybody right in the world. But those things are actually things that are revealed in the scriptures, come to find out. Meditating. You see what I'm saying? Tuning into the spirit, putting off the flesh and channeling the spirit. Those things are found in the scriptures, but you got to do it according to this. That's why they say that. This is 1 Corinthians 2:10. But God, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, hath revealed them unto us by his spirit. Now, what is the spirit? But we're going to get in just a second. For the spirit searcheth all things. Yeah, the deep things of God. Now, real quick, let's go ahead and get what the spirit is, because it's not even drawn out. This is John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. See? So these are people that's why people that think they're deep, they want to be spiritual, because they know being spiritual is truly where it's at. You see what I'm saying? You got these women that get into witchcraft and hitting bells and making certain vibrational sounds and all this other type of crap, because they know that's truly where it's at. But they doing it really on the left hand side, because it's found in this. So they right about that. But let me go ahead. It says, St. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So to be truly spiritual is to have the words of this book, man. to follow the words of this book, the Bible, the Old Testament, New Apocrypha, and the New Testament, man. Clear cut. John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. You see what I'm saying? So that's that, man. But there are some of you that believe not. So if you don't believe in this word, are you really spiritual? You see that? For Yahweh knew from the beginning who they were that believed not and who should betray him. You see what I'm saying? Now, real quick, this is Job 20:3. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, "Then answered Zophar the Naamathite and said, Therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer." Now listen to this. "Therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste." You see? So when something on your mind, you get it out. But listen, it says, "I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding." And the spirit of my understanding. So your understanding is a certain spirit. You see that? Now, where are you getting your understanding from? So if people understanding is a certain spirit, which understanding do you have? Because we just heard that it's two ways to be spiritual. The worldly way, which is foolishness with the Most High, right? According to man's wisdom, this is how you be spiritual. You sit down and you fucking get in a yoga position or some shit. And then you got following the words of this book, which is, this is the words of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? 100%. Real quick. This is Isaiah 45:19. "I have not spoken in secret in a dark place of the earth." You see what I'm saying? And what's the dark place of the earth? That gross darkness. You see what I'm saying? A damn college university. That's a dark place of the earth. Because they ain't giving no real light there, man. But anyway, it says, the Most High said he don't speak there. It says, "I said not unto the seed of Jacob." You see, I said not unto the seed of Jacob, "Seek ye me in vain." You see what I'm saying? People chase college fucking degrees. They teach goddamn breathing and all this other crap. You see what I'm saying? To no avail. And that shit can't fix nothing, man. It's not, you learn how to breathe properly. It's not going to give you fucking understanding on what the hell is going on with the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians and what's happening to America and the earth. That's not going to give you no understanding, man. So that's vanity at the end of the day. This is Job Salakia. Continue. Isaiah 45:19 from the top. "I have not spoken in secret," you see, "in a dark place of the earth. I said not unto the seed of Jacob, Seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, speak righteousness. I declare the things that are right." You see what I'm saying? So the Lord told us this word is spirit, and this is his whole word in its entirety. And this is his whole word in its entirety. He will have to tell us how to be spiritual. You see what I'm saying? And it will have to be right. And according to this, it's following the words of this book, man. Because this is what's going to quicken you and give you the understanding. Now, going back to the Job 20:3 one more time. "I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding," you see, "causeth me to answer." You see that? So one more time, Job 20:2. 1. "Then answered Zophar the Naamathite and said, Therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer." You see? "And for this I make haste. I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding causeth me to answer." You see? So spirit is understanding, right? But is it the right spirit? Because if your understanding is a spirit, that should tell you right there, okay, now do I have the right understanding? You see? Because if your understanding is a spirit, and right, let's get it. I can It could be better explained in the scriptures. This is let me drop that. This is Proverbs 8, and we're gonna get verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine. So counsel is instruction. So the Lord's High said instruction is mine. It belongs to him, right? He's true, because if it ain't true instruction, it's not instruction. It's like if it's a fake, I hate to sound carnal, but if it's a fake Louis bag, it's not a Louis bag, man. Carnal is Salakia. So counsel is mine. So it's the same thing with the Lord, with instruction. People giving you false instruction is not true instruction. Because to give true instruction would be to go to the creator. You see what I'm saying? If I want to know how to properly put this damn fan together, the true instruction will have to come from the maker. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't get it from somebody else. Unless they worked with them or something like that, or had that from them, unless they're directly dealing with the creator of this fan I'm trying to put together. You see? That's the only other way, and that would be like going unto the prophets. So the Lord said, counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding. You see? I have strength. So if your understanding is spirit, what understanding do you have? Because the Lord just said he's understanding. So if you got his understanding, that means you, all the things you will say, your understanding, either way, your understanding is spiritual. But if you have his understanding, you got the right, you rightly spiritual. You see what I'm saying? You're rightly spiritual. All right. So Lord willing, that just made sense if you can receive it. And that's pretty much that. I had another one, but I want to go ahead and get some real quick. We go ahead and jump back to this. This is 1 Corinthians 2 and 10. See? But God hath revealed them unto us by his spirit. You see? That's what I want to get. This is Psalms 119. And we're going to get verse 128. Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right. You see? Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts, meaning all the Most High statements on these instructions, commandments. You see what I'm saying? Link ups on these different topics it is people want to deal with, and which one we're dealing with now, and that's being spiritual. You see? So therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right. And I hate every false way. Because if it ain't coming from the Most High, it's false. So somebody that's talking about being spiritual and they ain't coming out this book, bro, you might as well stop talking to them, man. This is Proverbs 14 and 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man, which would be somebody trying to be spiritual, but not according to this book. Go from the presence of a foolish man, right? A woman included, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. You see? So that's it, man. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way. You see? But the folly of fools is deceit. All right? So that's that, man. Now going back, this is 1 Corinthians 2 and 10. But God, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, has revealed them unto us, these hidden things, man, and these uncommon things, and that's being spiritual. Because, yeah, people in the world know about being spiritual, but according to this word, they're fools, man. They have no understanding. They have the wrong understanding. You see? They're spiritually discerned. You see? So they're not truly spiritual. Because if you're truly spiritual, right, it's going to be correct. You see? It says, in the totality of the matter, what we're talking about. You see? So it says, for the spirit searcheth all things. Yeah, the deep things of God. Because this book is the spirit. This book go into everything. So whatever you want to know about and go into, if it's revealed, if it's not a secret thing of the Lord's, it's revealed. And it's in here somewhere. You see? However much he wanted to be brought out, that's what he left it here. You see what I'm saying? It says, for what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him. You see? So if you want to truly know what's going on with somebody, you have to become that person. Because you wouldn't, no one would better know besides the person themselves. Unless, especially if they're articulate. Like, because you got certain people who don't understand themselves, and also they can't articulate themselves. You see? But they know exactly. It's like if you got cut, I wouldn't know exactly how bad it hurt unless I was inside your body. You see what I'm saying? So the spiritual things belong unto the Most High. You cannot deal with, you cannot understand it unless you truly in the Most High, if you will. And that's in this word. You see what I'm saying? So it says, for what man knoweth the spirit, Salakia, for what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him. You see, you don't know what a person did yesterday, and you might be best friends with him. You see what I'm saying? It's you only way you would know those things is if you was inside that person. So you got to be inside this book, man, because we talking about spiritual. It says, even so, the things of God knoweth no man but the spirit of God. You see? So I cannot be talking about being spiritual as myself. I would have to go to the spirit of God. And that's the word. We just went into it. It says, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which is of God. And that's this book. And we received the understanding of it, the correct breakdown of it, the correct interpretation. Because it's not a private interpretation. It says what it says. It's only revealed to those he wanted to be to, though. It says that we might know the things that are freely given to us of God. So if I read this book and Reiki ain't in here, but it's dealing with how to put my foot on top of my head by detaching it off my body without having it to bleed, if that ain't in here, that ain't revealed, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's a far-fetched example, but you should get the point, because that's how far people be going. It says, but the spirit of Salakia. Yeah, okay. So that's not freely given. It said, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. So if it's something spiritual, like the Lord, it said the scriptures tell us that the Lord's Spirit is in all things. So people think they can just go outside and look up and they look into the stars and or whatever it may be, or just be amongst the trees and I'm spiritual. You see what I'm saying? But when you want to deal with it and dabble with it, you gotta use really the ultimate way to do it. You gotta plug those things into the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the plug for it. So if you really want to understand trees, you will plug in that want or the term tree, if you will, to the bottom, and then it's like when you plug a lamp up in the wall, the plug in the wall, which is where the power is at, is gonna bring that lamp to life. You see, I'm bringing out what that lamp is about. You wouldn't know how bright that lamp was if you never turned it on. But first and foremost, but secondly too, if you never plugged it in, and you know what I'm saying, to where the port that is allowed to bring out how bright it is. You see what I'm saying? Was you know, put with it, man. So that's what you got to do, man. You just can't be out here running your damn mouth. Let me see what God said about this. He created this. He created that. I know you people do get it right. Yeah, we are spiritual. Yeah, it is planets. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it is the Zodiac, the astrology shit make a little sense. Zodiac and all that make a little sense. But if it ain't, depending on how much revealed in here, it's really vanity for you to just speak on it. You see what I'm saying? Until you plug it in here, that spiritual thing that you see that really exists, you see what I'm saying? That clearly the Lord made. You see what I'm saying? Everything has a number. Until you plug that curiousness about whatever creation of the Lord's it is, meaning try to find what the scriptures say about it, it's not going to be brought out, man. And if it ain't in here, it's a secret thing, you see? It's like, why the damn ocean so deep? You know, if that ain't talked about in here, is you know, the Lord clearly did that. No, why can't anybody get to the bottom? You see what I'm saying? So anyway, man. So what I really want to make this about, now I'm gonna close out with, we're gonna get Acts, because they try to basically, people think it's spiritual because they deal with tarot card readings and the planets and all that crap, but that's off, man. That's off. Real quick, let's grab this. This is Acts 17, because all that stuff got demons on it. You know, the day Saturday is named after Saturn, which is a planet, and all the planets are true things. The planets are in the scriptures, and we're gonna show you real quick. You see what I'm saying? But the way these heathens go about it, one, they're not even the right names, because the Lord's tongue is Hebrew. Saturn is not Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? Pluto is not Hebrew. That's not what the Lord called it, man. You see what I'm saying? And those are things that are secrets. That's why nobody lives on them. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord has revealed in the scriptures that they will be inhabitable at some point. That's a whole nother thing. You see? But the so-called white man, he sees that, but he's not dealing with it in court according to this. Those planets being inhabitable is not for him because he's not the Israelites. But that's a whole nother topic. So astrologers, zodiac readers, tarot card readers, all off according to the Bible. This is Acts 17. They're dealing with secret things that's not revealed. This is Acts 17, and I'm gonna start at 1. It says, and now when they had passed through Apollonia, they came, and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, or Thessalonica, or Thessalonica, which is where you get the word Nike from, because it's Greek. But anyway, where that's Greece, it says where was a synagogue of the Jews. Yeah, so basically Paul and them went on teaching and etc. And then it's verse 5, but the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the basest sort, you see, simple niggas, and gathered a company and set all the city up on an uproar. So they made them come against Paul and the rest of the apostles that was in company, and saluted the house of Jason, and bought and sought to bring them out to the people, you know, so they can, you know, pretty much scourge them. So with some men that weren't going for that, pretty much. This is verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, or Thessalonica. I'm gonna just keep it simple. That they received the word with all all readiness of mind, because they was trying to be spiritual, and search the scriptures daily whether those things were so, because we just found out this speak to everything, and it declares what's right. This is the Father's word. Now, real quick, I'm jumping down to 17. This is the point. It says, therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that met with him. Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and of the Stoics, right, encounter him. And some said, what will this babbler say? Others some, he seemeth to be a setter forth of strange gods, because he preached unto them Yahushua and the resurrection, because they weren't dealing with that in Greece. You see that particular part. It says, and the truth. So because they was in the philosophy and being fake spiritual, man. You see that? It says, and they took him. So this is nothing new, man. You just learned what was truly being spirit according to the Most High, man. And everything else is vain babbling. But of course, people in the world gonna look at it look at us as such, those that deal with this. But notice, all these people in the world, they have no concern with what God thinks, but yet they're being spiritual. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? This is verse 19. And they took him and brought him unto Areopagus, saying, may we know what this new doctrine whereof thou speakest is? You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to just keep going. For thou bringest certain strange things to our ears. We would know therefore what these things mean. For all the Athenians and strangers which were there spent their time in nothing else, but either to tell or to hear some new thing. You see what I'm saying? Because pretty much it's like the stage for, it's like nigga going to poetry night. You know what I'm saying? Or something. He trying to hear something new. He want to, these are people that's on the hunt for things, but they can't, if the Lord don't put it down there, they're really not going to find nothing, man. Put nothing there, they ain't going to find nothing. But they're always on the hunt for these type of things. So it says, then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill, you see, and said, ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things ye are too superstitious. Because we just heard they wasn't dealing with Yahushua and resurrection and all that. So what was they probably dealing with? Planets, Zodiac, astrology, tarot card readings, all these different type of things. Because the Lord said there is no new thing under the sun, man. You see? Just like how it's people that don't believe in the Most High now. That ain't new. People doing other things now. The Lord, what did Paul call them? A man of the Lord, a true spiritual man. You see what I'm saying? He called these people He called these people. Paul called these men superstitious. You see what I'm saying? Now, real quick, this is verse 23. As I passed, he's talking to him. For as I passed by and I beheld your devotions, I found an altar with this inscription: to the unknown God, whom therefore ye see. They had no understanding, man. But they would call themselves being spirituals. It says, whom therefore ye ignorantly worship, him declare I unto you. So he like, I'm telling you about the Creator on high. Look, he got a son. His name Yahushua. They killed him. He an Israelite like y'all. I'm trying to get y'all to understand, which is why I'm talking to y'all. But he came back from the dead, bro. You see what I'm saying? This was all in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? You used to be Hebrews. You forgot this. Because it was the same thing then. That's how these were Israelites that grew up in Greece thinking other things. So they had no clue about these things. But it was closer for them to remember than a nigga now. You know what I'm saying? So you just heard they had a place called Mars Hill. So I'm going to go ahead and get this and close out. So planet worship was always going on. But we're going to prove it clearly. This is in philosophy, Niggas thinking they Stoics and all these other different things. Acts 14:1. And it came to pass in Iconium that they went together into the synagogue of the Jews, and so spake that a great multitude both of the Jews and also of the Greeks believed. You see, but the unbelieving Jews once again stirred up the Gentiles and made their minds evil affected against the brethren. You see, so those Gentiles were brethren. Long time therefore abode they, speaking boldly in the Lord, which gave testimony unto the word of his grace, and granted signs and wonders to be done by their hands. You see? Verse 5, and when there was an assault made both of the Gentiles and also of the Jews with their rulers to use them despitefully and to stone them, they were aware of it, and fled into Lystra and Derbe, the cities of Lycaonia, and unto the region that lieth round about. And there they preached the gospel. Now we jump it down. And there sat a certain man at Lystra, impotent in his feet, being a cripple from his mother's womb, who never had walked. The same heard Paul speak, who steadfastly beholding him, and perceiving that he had faith to be healed, said with a loud voice. So the Paul recognized this man had faith by the Spirit. Paul said with a loud voice, said with a loud voice, stand up right on thy feet. And he leaped and walked. And when the people saw what Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in the speech of the Lycaonia, the gods are come down unto us in the likeness of men, And they called Barnabas Jupiter and Paul Mercurius, because he was the chief speaker. Then the priest of Jupiter. You see that? Which was before their cities brought oxen and garlands unto the gates, and would have done sacrifice with the people. So these people was 100% worshiping planets, man. And these were always, because we're dealing with Greeks. Who was Greek? Who took over Greek? So-called white people. So these are the same people that's pushing the astrology crap now. You see what I'm saying? Because it's some type of tie to where astrology makes sense according to the mechanisms of what's gonna happen and all this other type of stuff and alignment and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But it's off, it's tainted. The Lord ain't revealed those things for real. You know what I'm saying? But who started that? You know, who had that going on? Esau, so-called white man. So they called Jupiter now, they was called Jupiter then, over 2,000 years ago. See that? Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. This is Job 26 and 13. I'm gonna close out. By his spirit, he had garnished the heavens, and his hand had formed the crooked serpent. You see? So the Lord's spirit did these things, man. Now, real quick, when you go into that word heavens, because it says the Lord, by his spirit, he garnished the heavens. It's talking about the sky. Shemayim, it says heavens, sky, visible heavens, as abode of the stars, right? Now, when you go down to the Strong's definition, it says the second form being dual of an unused singular. It says from an unused root, meaning to be lofty. So a lot of times, too, when they say heaven, it ain't always talking about the sky. Sometimes it can mean status, you see, to be lofty. We all the way up, you know. It says the sky aloft, the dual, perhaps alluding to the visible arc in which the clouds move, as well as to the higher ether. Listen to this, where the celestial bodies revolve. So when people start talking and dealing with stuff like that in the world, they think they're being spiritual. But if it's not in the scriptures, we found out that's foolish. That's folly. That's vain, right? It may be true, but it's a secret thing of the Lord. So your understanding is causing you to say that you're spirit, but it's the wrong understanding. So you ain't truly spiritual. You off in the spirit, you see? But this is the last part. So it says, as well to the higher ether where the celestial bodies revolve. Air, ex-astrologer. You see that? So my point of just bringing this out is just to show all these things is in the scriptures, but they don't go that far. You see that? So this is where you get astrology from. The word astrologer is in one of the meanings for heavens. You see, so when they deal with astrology, they talking this is dealing with the things above. How the hell a star, you see what I'm saying, or a planet that no one can see gonna tell you what the hell finna happen? It makes sense, because they literally creations on the damn near on the highest form of the Most High. But if these things ain't simply in here, man, if you ain't going about understanding them and bringing them out using this, it's a waste of time, and it's gonna bug you out, and you're gonna err in understanding. You see what I'm saying? So Lord willing, it's been edifying. I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Shalom.